What's up, Tweener heads? Welcome back to another Tweener head tennis video today here on the channel. And today we have a very special guest. We have Olivia Lincer, former UCF player, now Cowgirl at Oklahoma State. She just transferred and was last year's Big 12 Player of the Year. Joined the channel to talk about her experience and what it's like playing at the highest stage. We had the chance to interview her at a UTR Pro Tennis Tournament back in March. We are very excited to have Olivia on because her dad, Magic Lincer, hosted this tournament, and she's also one of the top players in women's college tennis right now. She's one of the highest ranked WTA players in women's college tennis, and we got to talk to her about her process of going to college. Now, before you guys enjoy this interview with Olivia Lincer, let us know down in the comments below of who you guys want us to interview next. Is there anyone out there that you want to learn their story about? So please let us know down in the comments below. Leave a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to hit 6,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and over 90% of you that are watching this video right now aren't subscribed. We know a lot of you have been coming back for these types of videos, so make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. And without further ado, enjoy our interview with Oklahoma State Cowgirl and reigning Big 12 Player of the Year, Olivia Lincer. Everyone, this is Olivia. If you don't know who Olivia is, Big 12 standout, now Oklahoma State tennis player, just transferred in this year, already announced and signed, so nothing have to explain. But Olivia, welcome.
Thank you.
Of course. Let's talk about your process getting to D1, because obviously we're here at your dad's tennis center. The wall is all you. There's a lot of photos of you, and it's an inspirational type of vibe.
I hope.
It is. It is. So when we talk about your tennis specifically, how did we get to Division I tennis?
I always set my goals to be a professional tennis player one day.
Okay.
And my family and I, we decided that playing D1 tennis would kind of be a really good transitional phase for me. So that's how I ended up deciding to go to college, and I just think it's a great experience that everyone should definitely at least do a year of.
I like that.
Yes, I definitely recommend.
Okay, great. We like that.
But yeah.
So when did you decide? During what process? Because you obviously played high-level ITFs, you've played junior Grand Slams, you made it. Wimbledon was a big moment for you as well.
Yeah.
You made third?
Third round.
Third round.
16, yeah.
Round of 16 at a junior Grand Slam. When was the deciding factor of college first?
At that point, I had already committed like 7 months prior to Wimbledon. I committed in November 2021 to UCF.
Okay.
And we just saw the route that college tennis was going, how there were a lot of high-level players and just coaches supporting professional tennis in the fall season as well. So we thought that it would be a great option for me. So it was a pretty early decision.
Yeah. Right? And you chose UCF at the time, and now you're transferring. What has talk about the transfer process for you, because I feel like not a lot of people understand how much work or how much process there takes, or there is, let's just say, to kind of switch schools, especially from one really good school to another really good school. Yeah,
so I mean, I definitely know that the process is super different for everybody. It depends like what kind of season they had prior to their transfer, what year they're in, but I luckily had a really good season this year, so I didn't have too much trouble in the portal.
Okay.
It was definitely tough, like with my UCF teammates and coaches, to kind of have that conversation with them, because I adore it there so much. Like I had some of the best years of my life, like I met the best people, but it was just the next step that I had to take for my career. So I just narrowed it down pretty quickly to a few schools that I knew would be what I was looking for, and I ended up choosing OSU.
I love that. I love that. Chris has done an unbelievable job with that program. The facility is unreal. We did a full feature on their men's program, and kind of looking at more your dad. Big part of your career.
Huge.
Part,
the biggest part.
The integral part of your, integral part of your
Without
career.
him, there would be no career.
Can you talk about your process of having a dad that's doing everything they can possible to kind of help you with this process. And what was that like kind of growing up and seeing, because obviously seeing some of the photos and knowing your past, you met a lot of great tennis players, you were in some of the best possible situations. What has your dad taught you to get to this point?
Yeah, well, I've always been super, super grateful of what my dad has been able to provide for me throughout, like, growing up in my young tennis career, and just meeting all the professional players that he coached, and just, like, that he's been friends with and he's met along the way. It's been really beneficial to me just to see, like, kind of sort of the inside and, like, what they really have to go through to get to where they are. It's showed me how much I have to work for it. And, I mean, my whole family, not just my dad, they've always been like super supportive of me, and we've always had a really close-knit relationship, all of us, so it's meant absolutely everything. And I think that the biggest thing that I've learned from them is just that I always have to be myself and work as hard as I can, always. Those are like the two things, because if you're not yourself, you're not going anywhere.
No, I like that. That's what you want to set, though, and kind of, obviously your younger sister too is set the record for third longest women's match.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
I think
definitely
your dad showed me that yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
So your sister's kind of already in the record book. So what record do you want to beat to make your own and be yourself?
I always say that my goal is to be the best version of myself.
Okay.
Wherever that takes me, wherever my ceiling is. I don't know where that is yet. But I kind of just like applaud everybody for where they're able to be at the moment, and like as long as I'm working my hardest and I know I'm doing everything possible for myself to get to my highest point, then I can't really focus on like beating other people's records. Kind of, I just like end up where I end up.
So it sounds like you really live in the moment, no matter what.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to develop that mentality?
So
She immediately just starts laughing. It's just like, well, a long time.
No, so I think that kind of in college might have changed for me a little bit. Because,
really?
Yeah, like I did live in the moment a lot, like in my junior career as well, because like playing Grand Slams and stuff, it was so cool to experience, and I was like, okay, I have to soak it all in.
Yeah.
But once I got to school, every year I knew it could have been my last year. Like kind of like I was, during each season I was like, am I gonna just go straight pro after this? Like, I don't know. And then I ended up just going more and more. But I was like, I just have to cherish every moment for what it is, because you never know when it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
And then like the next thing that's happening in life, it's not happening yet. So you can be excited for it, but like it can wait.
Okay.
So,
and in that mentality too, you learned that, or did someone try to instill that upon you?
Well, I used to talk to my mom a lot about it, like just being worried about leaving school and my friends, and just like what the tour would be like, kind of. But she always just told me, just live in the moment and enjoy it while you can, and who knows, maybe it'll go back, and I did. So yeah.
And we're here.
And we're here.
And we're here. So looking at the pro tour, was there anyone that you were starstruck by? Because there's obviously, I'm going to put a video of just the entire wall of who you've met. Is there?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep mentioning that wall too. Is there anyone that you were starstruck by when you met them? Because you met a lot of top tennis players.
I don't remember like a certain starstruck moment, to be honest. No.
You just felt like you belonged with them?
No, not exactly, but it's just like, I guess I was expecting to see them where I was, because I was in like the Wimbledon warm-up area for most of those.
Okay.
So I was
That's
like,
fair.
oh, it's Djokovic. Hey, you know?
Yeah, just a casual interaction with one of the goats. That's fine. That's totally fine. Is there, if you were to play someone that you wish you could play, who would you want that to be? If you could pick any opponent.
Ooh, I don't know. Like from the top tennis players, you mean?
Like if you could pick anyone on, let's say the women's or men's tour, who would you want to play right now?
I would love to play Iga Świątek, just because she's Polish and I have that kind of like association with her. I've met her a few times. We've always had good interactions, but like I've just been watching her for so many years as like one of the people I look up to the most. Especially because like in the Polish Federation, like all of the up and coming players are watching her all the time. So it would be pretty cool to be able to be on the court with her.
I love that. And when you look at your own game too, speaking about Iga, is that someone you relate your game to, or who do you think your game relates to the most?
Ooh, I used to say pretty similar to Angie Kerber, even though she's a lefty. But like, I just think that we both have kind of an instinct to step in and be aggressive, and she was a pretty good mover as well. So
love that.
Yeah, I thought, I love
that. And Olivia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere that people can follow you? Do you want to shout out your Instagram, Twitter?
Sure.
Like, is there anywhere people can follow your journey?
Yeah, my Instagram is olivia.lincer. You can
verified
just look at my
now,
name.
by the way.
Yes, blue check mark.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today's interview is brought to you by Universal Tennis Power Subscription. Not only do you get to see a more detailed number to see where you stack up against your opponents and other players on the UTR Sports website, but you also get power perks. Includes 30% off Tennis Warehouse, 30% off Total Pickleball, 35% off the UTR shop, 25% off Diadem, $30 off Whoop, and 20% off print, and so much more. If you are interested in that and you're interested in supporting the YouTube channel, make sure to check out the link in the description.